Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today's video is going to be a chit-chat video about my Invisalign. I did not realize that so many people are really interested in Invisalign, so I get many questions about my journey using the Invisalign to straighten my teeth. And I just want to make a comment about some of the questions that come through. So if you are somebody that does YouTube videos and you are planning on getting Invisalign, I just want to prepare you, okay? People are rude, okay? I've had people say, what's with the lisp? Did she have a stroke? Too much lip filler? So the first issue I'm going to cover is you will have a slight lisp when you put them in. It's normal because you're putting two trays over your teeth and the way your tongue moves in your mouth becomes very different. So there is a slight lisp. Here's my question to the person that leaves comments like that. What if I was born with that lisp? Would I be an outcast? Would I be gross? Could you not listen to me? That is really not only a rude comment, it is very, very insensitive to someone that may have been born with a lisp. So grow up. All right, my friends, so let's get on with the video now, okay? So my Invisalign. I started wearing Invisalign. It will be 3 years in November that I have been wearing Invisalign. Now, not everybody will wear them for 3 years. Some people will wear them for 6 months, some people a year. Age matters because of the way our teeth moves. Being an adult versus being a child, there is a big difference there. I had a lot of overlapping, so my teeth really had to, they had to practically do a new dance in my mouth to get where they needed to go. So my front tooth was pushed back and it overlapped. I had a tooth down here that was not only twisted, but it was laying down almost, so it came out of the row where my teeth on the bottom here. So for me, it's taken a little bit longer. I did not realize it would take so long. I don't know if that would have played a big part of my decision, but I do not regret doing it because it has changed my smile so much. I never liked my smile, never smiled in pictures, and now I have these beautiful straight teeth. It does work. So I've been wearing them for 3 years. The first thing they do is they take a mold, and that's done 2 ways. They either do the mold where they put that putty in, or they can do it with using their laptop. It's a program, and they just go over your teeth. The first time and the second time they fitted me for my trays, they did it with the putty. The third time, the putty hurt so bad the second time and they almost couldn't get it off. I had to do it. I had to yank it off. And it was so painful because my teeth were already moving from wearing the Invisalign that the third time they needed to fit me for a tray, I refused to have the putty and they had to do the computer program. And it worked out really great. So my first set of trays, I had 52 trays. And I was wearing 1 tray for 2 weeks. So, and I had to go to the dentist once a month to be checked on. What they do first, they do the mold, the trays come back, and then they have to put what they call buttons on your teeth. And this is just it's like some sort of liquid they mix up and then they put it on and then they mold it in somehow. I don't know how they get the buttons where they perfectly need to be, but they do. So the buttons are placed on, and which each set of trays, not each tray, like my first set was 52 trays, the buttons remain for those 52. And then you may need to have some filing done in between the teeth. Now for me, my teeth were very tight and overlapped, so I did need some filing. It does not hurt. The sound of it is more annoying than anything, but it does not hurt. So the first time they filed, they filed here, the center tooth, and it was a big gap. And then they filed on the lower part, and that too was a big gap. And within a couple of months of wearing trays, I could see that it was already moving together. I have no gap now anywhere they did filing, so it really does work. The second set of trays, which I was disappointed I was going to need a second set, but that's the way it goes. So I had a second set of trays, and I want to say I had like 32 or 33 trays in that one. But then he moved me down to wearing them once a week, which I really liked. I hated wearing them for 2 weeks because they get kind of gross in your mouth. They start to, I don't know, they're just like anything you would put in your mouth. And I clean mine really well, which I'm going to talk about what I use to clean them as well. But the second set was about 32 or 33 trays. And my teeth were never uncomfortable putting a new tray in. I could tell which teeth were moving. They would get a little sore, but the soreness was nothing that was, I wasn't getting any ache, or I didn't have to take anything for it. It would usually go away in 1 or 2 days after the tooth settled a little bit. So the third set of trays, I'm on tray 29, and this is the last tray. And unfortunately, because of the lockdown and not traveling, I'm going to have to wear this last tray probably until October. So cleaning it will be really important. When I was mentioning about the lisp that you get, there are some people who watch me that suggested that perhaps I take the trays out of my mouth for the 30 minutes that I'm talking. Well, when I'm doing videos here, I'm not talking for just 30 minutes. I may be up here for 2-3 hours. These are only supposed to be out of your mouth for 2 hours a day, and that is to be able to eat. So when I eat in the morning, that may be 20 minutes. I take them out, brush my teeth, put them back in. Lunch, I may be at lunch for an hour. So eating, so I need to, that's an hour that I've had them out of my mouth already. And then again, there's dinner. So now dinner, I've got to have them out for as long as dinner. So if I'm leaving them out 4 or 5 hours a day because somebody doesn't like the lisp that's coming across, it's defeating the purpose for me. And I'm on my last tray, so we'll just have to suffer a little longer, my friends, but I really don't think it's that bad. Okay. So now, because I'm wearing this tray for quite a few months, I am cleaning it even more than I ever have. But the tablets that I use to clean all of my trays, and you go through a lot of these. I order the 3 boxes at a time off of Amazon. It's called Retainer Bright. And if you just have a retainer, you can use these. But Invisalign, the doctor is going to tell you not to use anything to clean them. Just rinse them with cool water. No, I wouldn't soak them in a blue mouthwash or anything like that. But these do not stain the trays. So any dentist who may be watching me, let them use these. They don't stain. I've been using them for 3 years now, and they do not stain. However, with this one, because I have to wear it so long, it does get a yellow tinge to it. And I don't even drink coffee, or I don't drink any caramel colored drinks or anything like that. I do take it out if I'm drinking something that's red, but I don't really take it out for water or any clear drinks or anything like that. I take it out always when I'm eating. Don't try to eat anything with it in. And you have to really pay attention to your oral hygiene when you're wearing them, because you don't want to eat food and then put this over. It's like a cesspool then. This is just holding all that food up against your teeth, any sugar. It's gross. So you want to make sure that you're always carrying something to clean them. I would buy the little portable toothbrushes and give a quick brush to the teeth that has a little poker. You can get in there and really clean in between your teeth and just scrape anything that might be stuck. If you eat some nuts, you know how they're hard to get out. You want to always make sure you do a little oral hygiene before you put them back in your mouth. Me, I had these in the kitchen. I had them in the bathroom. If I took them out to eat, I would go ahead and just put them in the bowl and put one of these in, and then just a quick brush to the teeth and put them back in. So you do have to pay attention that they are supposed to be in your mouth for 22 hours out of the day, okay? So if you can't commit to that, then this is a waste of money for you. All right, so now because I have to keep these in so long and they really are getting kind of to me, I went and bought the Polident. This is for false teeth, and it is the overnight whitening. Now, the set I had before these, I still have, and they are soaking right now. And there's hardly any difference to the last tray. My dentist probably would say it's okay for me to be doing this. But I wear the last tray all day long and do my cleaning of it all day. But at night, I take it out and I put the trays that I was wearing before just to sleep in. And I am soaking it in the whitening, and it's amazing how well it works. It takes all that yellow tinge off. So this is really great. Now, if you are going to wear these and you have animals, you need to be careful because this smell really attracts them. Now, I've done really well in the 3 years that I've been wearing them. Lula only got one, and she chewed it, and it was my fault. I put it on the table instead of in the little holder that it comes in. So I laid it on the table. I think it was in the little container, but the lid wasn't closed. And Lula went up and helped herself to one. So that's why you always save the tray that you just took out before you put the new one in. Because if something happens to the new one, you don't jump to another new one. You go back to the old one until it's time for you to take that out, and then you'll go to the new one. All right, so always make sure that you save your Invisalign. Now, as far as comfort level, I find them to be really comfortable. You may have, like I said, a little sensitivity in a tooth that's moving for a couple of days, but they really don't feel like anything in my mouth anymore. I actually feel weird without them in, if that makes any sense. But I will say that every now and then you'll put a new tray in and it has a rough edge. I just took a nail file, and a very fine nail file, and just filed the rough edge off. Sometimes I would have to take a little tiny pair of scissors and just nip it off just because it wouldn't file down really smooth. But you don't want to go cutting your Invisalign up, okay? You just want to file and soften that edge a little bit. But like I said, it was only a couple of trays that came that I had to do that. Most of the trays went in easily, removed easily. I do have a little tool that I bought to pull them out because some people, you have fake fingernails, it's hard to get in there. You can order a little tool off of Amazon that it catches onto it and pulls it out of your mouth. I didn't really care for that, but it is available. I just use my fingers because I don't have long fingernails or anything like that. I just pull it out of my mouth and that's it. If you are careless with it, you can kind of ruin the edge, so you do want to pull it out gently. Also, let's see, where else? Oh, in wearing them with sensitivity, that was really the only thing. So I would have to file it down because if I didn't, it would scratch my mouth. But other than that, there is really no discomfort in wearing them. They may be a nuisance to you. You do have the little bit of a lisp going on. And every now and then your saliva builds up a little bit just because it's a foreign object in your mouth, I guess. But don't worry, you won't become a drooler or anything like that. You really won't. What else can I say about them? I will take them out for you so you can see. Again, my teeth overlapped. If I can find a picture, I will insert it so you can see the progress that has happened in the 3 years. It is absolutely amazing, my friend. One other thing I will say that is a nuisance about these is you will have lipstick on them all the time. So get in the habit of doing this before you, like if you're going out and you're going to be going to meet somebody, get in the habit of just taking a tissue on your finger and wiping that off to get the lipstick off, because it just, sometimes I do videos, I got lipstick all over them, but you can't really see it too much. All right, so I'm just going to pop them out for you, and it's just a matter of taking it at the edge and pulling it out, and then I'm going to, and there you have it. They're both out. So I have 2 trays and they have lipstick all over them. I don't know if you'll be able to see the buttons, but here is a button. Right here. There's one on this tooth. There's one on this tooth. There's none on my front. One here. And that's it. And on the bottom, there's one here. And I have one tooth that may be an issue. I'm a grinder. So because of that, my gums recede, and I think I may have to have a little tissue surgery to cover the one up. The gum has really receded a lot with the movement of that tooth. And that is it. So now popping them back in, here's the bottom, in, and the top. And that's it, my friends. That's all there is to it. They don't taste like anything, but they really are worth it, my friends. Now, the cost is going to be different depending on your dentist, your orthodontist, who you go to see them have them done with. I actually paid $4,700 for that. Now, that's a one-time cost. the 3 sets of trays, I didn't need to pay for the second set or the third set. And anything else that comes up, I don't have to pay for any of it. It's all inclusive in the price. So if I need 10 more trays, that's inclusive in my $4,700. I have talked to people who have paid $6,000. I actually had a dentist quote me like $9,000. So it all depends. The dentist is my actual dentist who has extensive training with the Invisalign. So that's why I decided to stay with him. And it's worked out really, really well for me. I have no regrets. I would do it again. And it's so worth it because now I will smile in pictures. I love my new smile. I truly do. And all right, my friends, so that is it for my Invisalign video. If you have any other questions, you can put it below. If you're somebody who's wearing Invisalign, put your experience below in the comments. People love to read all of it. I will say this, I do not regret it at all. I actually love to smile now, and I never did before. All right, my friends, so if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as an Ageless Beauty. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and right next to it is a bell that will notify you through your email that I have put up another crazy video, my friends. Until the next time, go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. Bisous.